science is clear. Lead service lines pose severe health risks, damaging brain and kidneys, in children especially. We know we can stop it. We know how to do it. This is for some time why I'm been determined to fix it. And we're finally moving. That's why Kamala and I are making sure the administration is the first ever to set out to do it, and we're going to get it done. Our landmark bipartisan infrastructure law is allowing states across the nation to do more by investing in a record of $15 billion so far, nationwide, in lead pipe removal. Today, we're releasing a third installment of that funding, an additional $3 billion nationwide.
President, this is my wife, Lou.
May the 4th be with you.
Always.
Today we have another extraordinary honor to bestow on the nation's highest civilian honors of 19 incredible people whose relentless curiosity, inventiveness, ingenuity, and hope have kept faith in a better tomorrow. 61 years ago, President Kennedy established the Presidential Medal of Freedom to recognize, quote, any person who has made an especially meritorious contribution to the security and national interest of the United States or world peace, cultural or other significant public or private endeavors.
This room represents potential, the glittering hope ahead, what we give to the next generation. So, welcome to the White House. For the first ever Teachers of the Year State Dinner. Thank you for helping us celebrate our nation's Mexican-American heritage today. And happy Cinco de Mayo.
What I see in the Latino communities, doctors, teachers, athletes, artists, community leaders, construction workers, first responders who put themselves on the line to keep the rest of us safe. You are dreamers and doers, and it matters, you matter. You really do. You matter more than we can express. Welcome. We're here today to celebrate a tough team. This year's Commander-in-Chief Trophy winners, the Army Black Knights. Over the course of this season, you faced setbacks, doubts, and uncertainties, but you never gave up. You never quit. Game by game, play by play, you ground it out together. During these sacred days of remembrance, we grieve, we give voice to the 6 million Jews who were systematically targeted by the Nazis and their collaborators during World War II. We honor the memory of victims, the pain of survivors, the bravery of heroes who stood up to Hitler's unspeakable evil. Well, Mr. President, welcome to the White House. Welcome back to the Oval Office. I fought very hard for Romania's admission to NATO, and you've exceeded every expectation. Our nations have grown only closer, in my view, closer and closer together. My Investing in America agenda is fueling historic boom in rebuilding our roads and bridges, developing and deploying clean energy, revitalizing American manufacturing, and so much more. You know, I got called the most pro-union president in American history. I make no apologies for it. No. 2023 WNBA champions, Las Vegas Aces.
Congratulations and welcome back.
The first WNBA team in over 20 years to win a title back-to-back. I kind of like that back-to-back stuff.
You all started this season defending champions, the team to beat. It was, as we all know, aces versus everybody.
It's nice to see you.
Great to see you.
It's so wonderful to be here. What an honor.
It's an honor to meet you.
Hi. How are you? To see you.
You too. Thank you for everything.
So proud
Thank
of
you.
you.
Folks, happy Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Month. What I see in all of you, including some incredibly special people here today.
Our journey as Asian Americans is deeply rooted in history, marked by resilience, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of justice.
This AANHPI Heritage Month, let us all celebrate those who have lifted up our nation, and to honor their memory, let us renew our commitment to lift as we climb.
This is monumental. Today, my administration took a major step to reclassify marijuana from a Schedule I drug to a Schedule III drug. It's an important move toward reversing long-standing inequities. Today's announcement builds on the work we've already done to pardon a record number of federal offenses for simple possession of marijuana. And it adds to the action we've taken to lift barriers to housing, employment, small business loans, and so much more for tens of thousands of Americans. Look, folks, no one should be in jail merely for using or possessing marijuana, period. Far too many lives have been upended because of failed approach to marijuana, and I'm committed to righting those wrongs. You have my word on it. Today I'm announcing new tariffs in key sectors of the economy that are to ensure that our workers are not held back by unfair trade practices. They include, the thing I'm announcing today, 25% tariff on Chinese steel and aluminum products. We're putting tariffs on health equipment like masks and gloves that nurses and doctors wear. I'm determined that the future of electric vehicles will be made in America by union workers, and we'll counter China's overcapacity in these industries. And we're making major investments in clean American steel and aluminum. And thanks to all of you, leaders of labor, business, philanthropy, civil rights, arts, culture, and so much more. All of you, and I mean all of you, represent a simple truth. There is no singular Asian American, Native Hawaiian, or Pacific Islander identity. The diversity of cultures and breadth of your achievements that has shaped and strengthened the fabric of our country. Throughout my career, I've unfortunately spoken to too many funerals of too many police officers. Extraordinary, brave, heroic public servants who kept us safe. Being a police officer is not just what you do, it's who you are. You're just like all the women and men in law enforcement I grew up with in Scranton and Claremont, Delaware. You always run toward danger as others run away from it. Although I wasn't old enough to be deeply involved in the beginning of this effort, when Brown versus Board had passed, it was a gigantic deal. The point I wanted to make to you all, I know you know it, but I think it's worth mentioning, is physical courage it took to do what was done by your parents and your grandparents. And I mean it, and some of you as well. It just took pure physical courage to do what you did and what they did. And it changed the world. It changed the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Shortly after the president asked me to join him on the ticket, I took a stage to thank various people and my divine 90s. There were a number of White House reporters as they looked at each other and said, "What is the divine 9?" And to myself, I said, "You about to find out."
The thing that Kamala and I most want to do in this administration is have people representing the administration that know the rest of the country, that understand, not just academically, but practically. We're all bright as hell.
Our students, our graduates, our graduate members do extraordinary work in their communities and really do carry on the spirit of what we all learned when we joined.
We know 70 years after Brown versus Board, there were some forces trying to deny freedom of opportunity for all Americans. A few minutes ago, I talked with some of the Little Rock Nine, who were determined to integrate a public school in Little Rock, Arkansas 67 years ago. They're a living reminder that once upon a time wasn't that long ago, And all the progress we've made is still have more to do, and there's still groups that are trying to erase it. Today I look out at all you graduates and I see the next generation of Morehouse men. We're doctors and researchers curing cancer, artists shaping our culture, fearless journalists and intellectuals challenging convention. I see preachers and advocates. You all know and demonstrate what it really means to be a man. Being a man is about strength, of respect and dignity. It's about showing up, because it's too late if you have to ask. It's about giving hate no safe harbor and leaving no one behind and defending freedoms. It's about standing up to the abuse of power, whether physical, economic, or psychological. It's about knowing faith without works is dead. And to all of you here, welcome to the White House to celebrate the extraordinary contributions of Jewish Americans in the nation. Look, the story of the Jewish people is a story of resilience, absolute resilience, from pain and persecution to hope and delight, even in the darkest times. Jewish artists, poets, helped define the American vision of liberty for millions of people who come to our shores. Today, I'm proud to announce the VA just granted its 1 millionth PACT Act claim. 1 million. Major milestone, providing $5.7 million in benefits to 890,000 veterans and their families so far in hand, including 3,000 here in New Hampshire. I'm asking everyone to help spread the word. Go to va.gov/PACT, P-A-C-T, and apply for VA health care. In America, we leave no veteran behind. President Rudo, Mrs. Rudo, it's an honor to welcome you to the White House to celebrate 60 years of partnership between Kenya and the United States. At the stroke of midnight on December 12, 1963, the world changed. Many Americans and many people around the world watched with great hope as hundreds of thousands of Kenyans came together, raised a new flag, declared their freedom, and gave life to a new nation. It was a moment that forever connected our two nations. Together, the United States and Kenya are working to deliver on the challenges that matter most to our people's lives: health security, economic security, cyber security, and climate security. The past is our proof that we are stronger and the world is safer when Kenya and the United States work together. We gather at this sacred place, at this solemn moment, to remember, to honor the sacrifice of the hundreds of thousands of women and men who've given their lives for this nation. To everyone who has lost and loved someone in the service of our country. To everyone with a loved one still missing or unaccounted for. Today, we're not just fortunate heirs of their legacy. We have a responsibility to be the keepers of their mission, that truest memorial of their lives. The actions we take every day to ensure that our democracy endures. Today, 1,036 graduates of the class of 2024 will join the long gray line that has never failed us and never ever will. In the early days of our nation, as General Washington said, West Point was the key of America. Today, you're still the key because of your commitment to protect what makes America, America. Hold fast to your honor code, which says, quote, "We will not lie, steal or cheat, nor tolerate those who do," end of quote. And above all, hold fast to your oath. As your Commander-in-Chief, let me say again, congratulations. class of 2024.
Baltimore is open for business.
Baltimore's back.
And so we're going to take out 2 additional sections, a 525 section, that'll come out, and then the following section will come out, the remaining 505 tons.
You impressed upon me the importance of getting Baltimore up and running again as quickly and safely as possible. The Unified Command had formed immediately and set that as a top objective.
You know, we say in the military that you're a mission first and people always. And your administration has lived that you all are mission first and people always.
I do think that given half a chance, there's nothing we can't do.
I have something for you, sir. And Maryland tough and Baltimore strong.
All
so
right.
so you've earned this, sir.
All right,
You've earned
now,
this.
Look at this. My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather are very proud right now. Super Bowl 58 champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome back to the White House. At last year's White House Super Bowl celebration, I said this team was building a dynasty, which means everyone's coming to you. After starting this season red hot, you all had your share of struggles. And when the doubters questioned whether you could pull it off again, believe me, I know what that feels like. But I don't think anybody is doubting you now. You fought hard. You kept the faith.
Well, Mr. President, good to see you again.